Hey guys, it's DJ with the Tats Deeds channel. I want to thank you again for coming back and watching. I want to do a quick video response here to 3BallJosh as part of my video a day in May series as I endeavor forward here to try to put up a video every day on YouTube through the month of May. Josh posted something here just recently and threw it up in the old school YouTubers group talking about why he took about 8 years off from YouTube and discussing in kind of brief detail what was going on in his life, what was going on in his head at the time. And Josh, you and I go back quite a number of years, probably almost since my birth here on YouTube. You and I met with my Just Let It Out channel with my friend Alex. Met Josh through, also, connected with a great group of people through Josh, Ace's Wolf, Kid Carnage, the list goes on and on, Love Spell Fatale, Clockwork Meltdown, and just the list goes on and on of people that I met, in and around the time that Josh and I got to know each other. Wonderful dude, wonderful YouTuber. As we all fell in and out of this thing for different reasons. Josh's, big thing was, just life-changing events and what was going on in your head and, things going on in your life at the time. And as somebody who went through a major depression about 8 years ago, man, I get it. Especially when you're in just a toxic relationship and you're trying to work your way around that, make it work, is it not going to work, and then finally realizing that it's not going to and saying goodbye to that part of your life. It gets you in the head, it gets in there, and it really kind of kicks you down into a place that you probably don't want to be. And then the job that you had at the time, I have a friend of mine who spent a little bit of time working at a state prison, and it messed with his head. So I definitely get it. It's not from a personal perspective, but again from a almost like a once removed type of thing, seeing people go through that type of emotional trauma. You took a break, and for you that was probably the right thing to do. Looking back at when I went through my depression, I was probably my most vocal on YouTube through the worst of my depression. To be quite honest with you, some of the worst shit I ever did came out during that little depressed period of my life, a little 3 to 5 year period. Some of the worst stuff and some of the most cringeworthy videos I've ever done, and most of it I've deleted at this point, came out during that little time period of my life. And maybe I wish I'd been a bit more like you and maybe just pulled myself back a bit, taken a break from this. But for me, when I was going through the worst of my depression and going through the hardest of times, YouTube videos and vlogging became kind of cathartic for me because there was so much going on up in here and it was weighing so heavily on me. I had to dump it somewhere, and I couldn't dump it on my family because they saw it, they lived it, they breathed it, they didn't want to hear about it anymore. So I dumped it into my videos, and the one thing I shouldn't have done was hit upload. And that was my biggest mistake. And not that I did anything overly stupid, overly crazy. There's a couple of videos that I wish I could get out there and delete, but I don't have access to the channels anymore. But I definitely think, for you, backing away, pulling yourself back was definitely the right thing to do. Glad to see you're in a much better place, with the new family and the kid and just everything you got going on in your life, man. It's awesome to watch you, blossom from, if I wasn't 3BallJosh, I wish I was, to where you're at now, man. Has been a pretty awesome ride, and I'm glad that I've been able to follow you through that, and glad to see you back up here on YouTube. Like I said, I always enjoyed your videos in the past. Glad to be able to do a video response to you. I wish it could be kind of like the old school way where I could just tag it to your video on YouTube. Happy to have the old school YouTubers as a way of doing that, and a way of reconnecting with people that way. So that was my little video response I wanted to do to Josh, and just kind of say a few things as far as that goes. As far as my videos a day in May, I'm not going to be able to do a real vlog every single day. It just, with my schedule, my life, it's almost impossible for me to carve out even an hour to shoot, upload, render, and edit a video and everything like that. But what I do have is, if you watch the last video I did, maybe it's 2 videos ago, I don't know, we're on day 4 now. My girlfriend and I did an unboxing of a diamond painting from Dreamer Designs. She and I are going to be doing a work in progress series on that, and then we'll show you guys the the final reveal on that at the end. As well as we've started work on an outside gardening, kind of sprucing up the front of the house. a little bit. This Saturday was phase one. We ripped up all the shrubbery and everything that was out there, shot a little bit of video on that, and we're going to kind of video the different phases of that and the work that goes into that. I'll be incorporating all that into my video a day in May series, just because I'm not going to be able to do a daily vlog, even though that at its heart that's what I want to do and that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, I won't drag you guys out any longer than that. If you made it this far, I thank you as always. Love you, and I'm out.